Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and in this video, I want to give you guys my recap to the Knicks and Cavs game from last night. My apologies, I was unable to make the recap video last night because I was indeed at the game. I was at Madison Square Garden, and I had to witness Ricky Rubio go off with his career high, live, 37 points. He was 8 for 8 from 3 at one point. What the hell did I witness, guys? That was one of the craziest Knicks games, most frustrating Knicks games I've watched in a long time. Watching a guy in Ricky Rubio, who's not really the best at shooting from downtown, go off on us. I am excited to give you guys this recap because I have a lot to get off my chest about what the hell I witnessed last night. I got some things that I really want to see get fixed throughout the season. The Knicks are giving up a lot of career highs against opponents all throughout this season. That needs to be fixed. And there's a lot of defensive mishaps so far this season that Tom Thibodeau, I have a lot of trust in him, where if there's one thing that needs to be fixed throughout the season, it's definitely going to be defense. So in this video, guys, I want to give you guys my brief recap. I appreciate you guys tuning into the video. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button. And if you want to check me out over on Instagram and Twitter, that is at nyknicks_media. And if you enjoyed the video, please do not forget to thumbs it up. With that being said, let's dive right in, guys. So going into this game, the Knicks are coming off a very good victory on the road against the Milwaukee Bucks, being down by 22 points after the first quarter, fighting their way back, outscoring them 94 to 60 in the final 3 quarters of action. And then they go to verse the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are a very good, young, underrated team in the Eastern Conference. The Cavs have a lot of young guys. You know, Mobley, the rookie, Colin Sexton even got injured in this game. It didn't even matter because Ricky Rubio turned into Steph Curry. And man, this was just a very frustrating game. Going into it, I knew it was going to be not an easy one because of how pesky and young and upcoming this Cavaliers team is. But the one thing that I noticed in this game that's frustrating me the most is we're not giving certain players an opportunity to really take that next step, such as Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin has been looking so good this year. He's poised to have a breakout year 2 campaign, similarly to RJ Barrett last year. If you guys remember, RJ took that big step from year 1 to year 2. Well, the reason why is because he got a lot of minutes. Well, this is going to be really interesting to look at for the rest of the season because it's going to be hard to get Obi Toppin on the floor simply because Julius Randle is obviously better than Obi Toppin, and he's going to be getting all the minutes. But there was a time during this game where Obi was taking over. He was showing so much aggression. He was driving to the rim. He was finishing through contact. He had 7 points in 4 minutes, and Tom Thibodeau just kept taking him out of the game. And I'm like scratching my head. I'm like, yo, let the young guy get comfortable, especially when he's in rhythm. And it was frustrating. You know, the first half, it was a close game. We're going into halftime only up by 1 point. And the third quarter is when it really, went downhill. The Cavs outscored the Knicks 33-18 in that third quarter. And ever since then, it just completely went downhill. The defense was just non-existent. We're giving up way too many open threes. Ricky Rubio, I mean, this is one of those games where it's like, there's going to be somebody, whoever comes against the Knicks, whether it's at the Garden or away, someone's going to have a career night. We had to witness Miles Turner have like 6 for 8 from three-point land. Cole Anthony had a career high against us. All these guys, Terrence Ross, that has to be fixed. We cannot let these guys go up against the Knicks and have their career highs against us. That's really inexcusable, and that really starts with the defensive game plan. But at the same time, Ricky Rubio just had, one of his greatest performances of his life. He's a veteran. He's way past his prime, but he had his career high against us. And there were some times where he was hitting threes where Quentin Grimes got some minutes, which I'm really happy that he got minutes in the absence of Kemba Walker. He was all over him, absolutely draped all over him, and he's fading away into the sideline, and he still is cashing these threes. It's one of those games where you're just like, okay, what else do we have to do to defend Ricky Rubio? It was just very frustrating to watch, guys. But I know I started off this video talking about Obi Toppin because it's really frustrating that I'm seeing him take a big step and he's only getting, how much minutes did he get in this game? Not a lot, like 11 minutes in total. That's totally inexcusable when he's playing that well on the floor. And Emmanuel quickly had a really good game today as well, yesterday as well, which is really a good sign. But yeah, man, that's really my thoughts in total about this game. The defense was lacking. We were not able to shut down Ricky Rubio. We're giving him a lot of open opportunities. We were double teaming Ricky Rubio at the half court, and then they would just pass it down low. Jared Allen would get a dunk because they would be doubling with Nerlens Noel. I don't know why they would do that when they know that there's going to be a wide open man in the paint if you double team with Nerlens Noel. But what are you going to do when he's that hot? I guess that's the only option. So getting into some individual performances from the Knicks outside of the team aspect, RJ Barrett definitely had his worst performance of the season, excuse me. He's coming off 5 straight games, scoring 20 plus points, extremely efficient from the field, and this game he did not have the best game at all. He only had 6 points. He did not get any minutes in the fourth quarter. He was like terrible from the field, and he was turning the ball over. Just one of those games where it was just not going his way. But RJ Barrett was due for a bad game after having 5 straight dominant performances. I'm excited to see RJ Barrett bounce back, because that's what makes him so good, is he does not get too high, he does not get too low. He's even keel through the ups and the downs, which is a very good sign from RJ Barrett. Julius Randle, he had an okay game. He didn't have a really good game like we needed to. We did not have one 20-point scorer in this game. You're not going to be able to beat the Cleveland Cavaliers if you don't have one guy at least getting you 20 points. Julius Randle had 19, 7, and 7, 7 of 17 from the field, 1 block, 1 steal, 1 of 5 from downtown. Julius got outplayed in this game by Mobley, in my opinion. Julius got to put the team on his back at some point. He had some tough shots, but there were some times where he just really was not in, that typical taking over the game moment for Julius Randle. And also, outside of the Julius Randle talk, this is the first game we saw what the Knicks look like without Kemba Walker, what the rotations are. Okay, so Kemba Walker is getting a day of rest, and that's totally okay. I'm okay with, sitting Kemba Walker when we have a back-to-back, because we do not want to risk injury for Kemba Walker. Derrick Rose goes to the starting point guard role, and we shorten it to a 9-man rotation all the way into the fourth quarter. Quentin Grimes gets some action all the way into the fourth. I don't know what took Dibs that long to give Grimes minutes. I was excited for him to get minutes right out of the gate, but it took a little time. And I feel like the Knicks were just a little discombobulated, because the bench unit's used to Derrick Rose being their guy that slows everything down, makes sure everything's connected, the offense, the defense, and now the offense was run without D Rose on the court with the bench unit. But big shout out to Emmanuel Quickly, because he had probably his best performance of the season. I'm excited to get into him. Derrick Rose, in his first start of the season, he had a very good game. 17 points, 5 assists, 8 of 14 from the field, 1 steal. D Rose did his thing. He was getting to the bucket with ease. He was facilitating. He is a very good point guard. I think Knicks fans understand what D Rose brings to the table, whether he's starting or coming off the bench. I think the issue in this game was the bench unit was not used to not having D Rose, because he's the leader of that unit, and it was kind of really hard for them to get rhythm without D Rose. Evan Fournier, I'm disappointed, because he had a very good start to the game. I think he had 11 first quarter points, and then he kind of, came down to earth, only finishing with 15 points, 3 rebounds, 5 of 13 from the field, and 2 steals. I thought it was going to be one of those Evan Fournier games, but it just didn't go his way. Mitchell Robinson, he had an okay game, 8 points, 7 rebounds, 3 for 3 from the field. He was cleaning up the glass, did a great job there, but defensively, I want to see Mitchell Robinson, continue this. I mean, Mitchell Robinson in this game had 5 blocks. Whoa, I didn't realize he had 5 blocks in this game. So shout out to Mitchell Robinson. He's doing his thing. He's getting better and better as the season progresses. He's getting in shape. Nerlens Noel has been doing a great job ever since he's coming back, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And then going into the bench, guys, starting out with Emmanuel Quickly. Emmanuel Quickly did such a great job in this game. In that fourth quarter, we got really hot offensively, and it was all because of IQ. He was hitting his three-pointers, he was facilitating the rock, but the big problem was we were scoring, we couldn't get stops, and that was so frustrating in the fourth quarter. It felt like we were making a run. We're down by 10 points, IQ would make a crazy shot, Ricky Rubio would hit a shot. We would have a crazy alley-oop to Obi Toppin, then they would get a bucket on the other end. And obviously, if you're going to try to come back in the fourth quarter, you're not going to be able to come back without stops. And that's a given. That's the game of basketball. But it's really frustrating that finally when the offense, especially when the bench unit came in, started to click, the defense was non-existent. And that's something that needs to be worked on. We're going to be losing a lot of games. I think the Knicks are third to last in giving up points per game. That is crazy. Last year, we were top in the league in that category. Now we're last. That's really inexcusable. Obi Toppin, 11 points in 11 minutes, 4 for 4 from the field. I mean, Obi Toppin is taking a big step. His aggression is crazy. He's driving to the rim, and when the shot's not there, he's passing it down low to Nerlens. He's finding his teammates. He's not like putting his down, he's not putting his head down and driving to the rim blind and just trying to put up a crazy shot. He's drawing the fouls. He's making the right pass. He's making the right rim reads. He's finishing through contact. Obi Toppin needs more minutes, and it's so frustrating that he only got 11 minutes. 11 minutes with 11 points, 4 for 4 from the field, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Shout out to Obi Toppin. He's going to continue to make that big step. Hopefully he can get more minutes, because only 11 is absolutely inexcusable. Nerlens Noel had 30 minutes of action, and he did a great job defensively. Quentin Grimes. This is the first time Quentin Grimes got some real minutes. He got the RJ Barrett minutes in the fourth quarter because RJ had an off night. I like that idea from Tom Thibodeau. If RJ's off, give the rookie an opportunity to shine, especially when we're down. And Grimes was guarding Ricky Rubio. So shout out to Thibodeau for trusting the rookie to go out there and guard the hottest player on the world right now in Ricky Rubio. And he did a pretty good job. I'll give Grimes a lot of credit. He had one three-pointer. And he finished with he had two three-pointers, actually. He finished with 6 points, and I liked his energy on the defensive side of the ball. Alec Burks had a lot of minutes in this one with Kemba Walker going down with 10 points. But that's really it for the individual performances, guys. Very disappointing. We witnessed the Ricky Rubio game. Mobley did a great job. We couldn't take advantage of our home court. It's crazy because we're undefeated on the road, and all of our losses, I'm pretty sure, are on our home court. No, actually, we lost to the Indiana Pacers on the road. So, never mind. But the Knicks, we really need to make sure we can contain the opponents because we're giving up way too many career highs against us, and it's really inexcusable. We got to give Obi Toppin some minutes. We got to make sure we get these young guys the opportunity to develop because I do not want to see Obi getting iced out because if he's in rhythm, and it's not going to be easy because, like I said, Julius Randle is the guy for this team, and I understand that we got to keep him on the court, but Randle does not need 36 minutes. You know, I know that he's a leader. I know that he's a difference maker. I know that he is the heart and soul of this team. But 36 minutes for Randle and 11 minutes for Obi Toppin, that needs to be at least, Obi Toppin gets 15 or 16 minutes because Obi Toppin is taking that big step and he's getting better defensively. He's doing good. You guys heard what I said about Obi. So this is a very disappointing loss, guys. Please leave a comment down below. Your thoughts about the game. I know that this recap's a little long, but I was at the game and I had a lot of things to get off my chest. Hopefully you guys even watched to the end of the video. Comment down below if you guys did stay till the end and like the video if you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys in my next one. Let's go Knicks, and we got another game tonight. Peace out, everybody.